Hey everyone, it's Martin here, back for another Facebook Live for Limitless Travel. You may be able to tell in the background that we're in an airport. For those that didn't see my last update when I was broadcasting, I'm in Barcelona at the moment. So Cash and I are just about to get checked in and going to have a little cup of coffee and then get on the plane. But I know from all the blogging I've done and a lot of the people that have phoned in and inquired with accessible travel to Limitless Travel, is all about how difficult it may or may not be when going with something particularly like a wheelchair. Just get a shot of my wheelchair to the side. So this bad boy is about 150 kilograms. If it gets dropped by the baggage handlers, it's not going to fare too well. However, I have travelled like thousands of miles, hundreds of times all around the world, and touch wood, there's never been a catastrophic situation. That's why it's good to have insurance as well, I guess, just in case. So the first point to make really is that don't fear that the actual kind of the wheelchair or the luggage is going to get broken, because out of 100 times it might happen 0.5, that sort of vibe. Second thing is, if we go that way, we've got mine and Cash's suitcase, but also my shower chair. So I like to have that because it's more comfortable for me when I'm at my destination to go on the loo and have a comfortable shower. And so when I book the actual tickets online, we're flying with Ryanair today, I'll then phone up after I've actually booked the ticket, and I'll give them the dimensions and the weight of the wheelchair and of the shower chair. So again, it's not only going with the particular equipment like getting around on wheels, but you can take your other medical equipment, and that's free as well. And always insist if people argue otherwise that medical stuff, if you have to get a doctor's letter, that's always easy and very doable, but generally all of this stuff should be at no extra cost. So another little tip, I'm also sat on a transit seat. We'll get a shot of my transit seat. Basically my transit seat is a little bit like a sling, which I would use on my hoist, except that it's more rigid. It goes right under my legs, not up in the middle the way a sling would, and there's 4 handles. So basically once we've checked in, we get through security, get to the aeroplane, there are 2 people that will come and meet me, and they'll lift me out of my wheelchair into an aisle chair, which is a narrower chair to get me onto the plane and to where actually I'm going to sit on the plane. Not the most comfortable of things, but you know, they do their job, they get you there. And so the transit seat then is used again to get from the aisle seat onto the plane seat. And once there, I don't move. It's not very practical to get up and go to the toilet. So another little tip is I wear what you would call, it's like a catheter, but it's not invasive. I wear it sort of over the top of little Martin. And obviously for women, I appreciate this might be a little bit more difficult, but there are lots of advice in the travel chat rooms about how women manage. But for a 2-hour flight from Barcelona, it's also pretty doable not to need the loo. And there I just listen to my podcast and my music, have a drink, have a little snooze, and then when we get to the other end at Stansted, it's kind of the reverse procedure. One other little bit of equipment the airport uses is called an ambulift, and that gets sort of me up to the height of the plane in my wheelchair, and then from there they can get me to the seat a lot easier. So the ambulifts are good for getting me on the plane, but also then getting the wheelchair onto the conveyor belt for the luggage as well. So I don't know how many tips that was. Hopefully there was about 5 top tips, but the main thing was just to give you that live feeling from the airport, to say that it's very more and more doable to travel with a disability, particularly when you get to be somewhere like Barcelona and get the tan that I've picked up this week and the injection of energy and enthusiasm. And I'm really looking forward to getting back with loads of fresh ideas for my business and for everyday life. So can't recommend travel enough, and I can't tell you that everything is possible when you really just can plan it through and find alternatives and think outside the box. So thanks for tuning in. As always, ask questions even if you're not on the live version, and I'll do my best to answer them once I'm back in the UK. And hasta la vista, baby. Bye bye.